Mysterious light appears after risky rocket experiment on a recent episode of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. In the most recent episode of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, the crew performs a daring rocket experiment in the hopes of stimulating and gathering more information about the unexplained occurrences that have been occurring on the property. During the course of the experiment, they observe a peculiar orange light moving towards them from the direction of the west. While Brandon searches for any indication of conventional aviation lights, Thomas is able to take film of the light using his mobile phone. However, he comes up empty-handed. The presence of a mysterious light appears after risky rocket experiment light, which they could not explain, continues to excite and perplex the crew. They review the tape the following day and find fresh evidence of a UAP flying in and out of the Mesa close to the triangle. Because of this, the existence of a phenomenon that has been described in historical legends has been verified, and the crew is left dumbfounded by the irrefutable evidence that something extremely odd is taking place at Skinwalker Ranch. Rockets were fired through the strange zone that is located above the triangle by the crew at Skinwalker Ranch. They are doing this to provoke any phenomena that may occur and learn more about them. They operate from both the Mesa and the middle of the triangle at the same time, firing rockets in a horizontal direction from the Mesa and in a vertical direction from the triangle. After carrying out a series of simultaneous launches, they observe a strange orange light coming from the direction of the west towards where they are located. Thomas uses his mobile phone to take a picture of the light, while Brandon searches for any aviation lights or signals, but the two of them come up empty. The presence of this light, which cannot be explained, has left the researchers perplexed and interested. The group saw what appears to be a strange light traveling across the sky. They came to the conclusion quickly that it is not a satellite due to its proximity and the fact that it is moving. They shot videos of the light speeding up just before it vanishes completely. The following day, they studied the film and find additional video evidence of an unidentified flying object flying into and out of the Mesa close to the triangle. The presence of a phenomenon that has been recounted in historical legends has been demonstrated by this evidence. The team is astonished by the data that cannot be refuted that something abnormal is occurring at the property. Because the helicopters were flying around unmarked and doing surveys, it is unclear why they are keeping an eye on the land in the first place. The video shows that this could be additional confirmation that Skinwalker Ranch is being extensively monitored, and it raises the idea that the government's previous investigation on the ranch may be tied to the recent military presence at the location. Additionally, the helicopters were seen flying over particular regions of the ranch where unusual phenomena have been identified, suggesting that there may be a relationship between the military surveillance and these strange occurrences. They hypothesize that this may have something to do with previous investigations conducted by the government on the ranch, which uncovered evidence of UFO activity. The team continues with multiple rocket launches in an effort to provoke any unexpected events. However, they do not collect any important data. They also see a strange orange light in the sky and try to follow it, but it suddenly vanishes when they get close to it. In addition to continuing their inquiry, the group explores the potential that the ranch may contain wormholes or portals that can be traveled via. During their journey above the ranch in the helicopter, they hear RF noise and experience interference, which adds credence to the theory that the unexplained happenings on the ranch are connected to the weird items. As the group continues their investigation into Skinwalker Ranch, they are discovering more mysteries than they are solving. In the past, the group has attempted, through the use of many simultaneous rocket launches, to provoke any unexplained occurrences in the anomaly zone that is located directly above the triangle. The first two launches succeed without a hitch. Although they do not collect any meaningful data, they continue with another series of launches during the day, and then proceed with a launch during the night utilizing equipment that is designed for use in the military. In spite of their best efforts, they have been unable to find any strange artifacts or anomalies. They make the decision to fire one more round of rockets in the direction of the location where they believe the enigmatic blob-like monster may be hiding in the hopes that it may emerge. The rockets have been successful, but it is not yet known whether or not they had any impact on the unusual zone. The investigation team at Skinwalker Ranch manages to obtain visual proof of an anomaly at the triangle. The detonation of a rocket is seen to be caused by a blob-like object that shows on a high-speed camera. Because the cloud-like entity does not move and continues to stay in place, we can deduce that it is not a lens abnormality. Is there a possible connection between this and the energy spikes and unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs, that have been spotted at the ranch? The video shows an illuminated object flying across the sky when there are neither clouds nor dust particles to be seen. The explosion appears to have been caused by the rocket striking or interacting with something as it draws closer to its target. The team is at a loss for words when it comes to providing an explanation for the occurrence that was seen on the high-speed camera. They are now closer to finding probable answers to the questions regarding the energy spikes and UAPs at Skinwalker Ranch, thanks to this discovery. There have been legends and speculations circulating around the state for close to 2 centuries regarding unusual events that have taken place at the Sherman Ranch, which could be true in full, in part, or not at all. Over the course of many years, rumors of demonic red-eyed wolves, shape-shifting creatures, poltergeists, UFO activity, crop circles, cows slain and exhumed with laser precision, poltergeists and crop circles have been whispered, spoken, and shouted about. Initially, the ranch became synonymous with UFO sightings, but soon eyewitnesses began reporting mysterious humanoid apparitions, along with sightings of what's been described as evil witches and wolf-like creatures. It is widely believed that the ranch is haunted by skinwalkers, which are shape-shifting demons that are mentioned in Native American folklore. This theory is also where the ranch's new name came from. The idea is one that has a profound presence in Navajo culture throughout history. However, there are no Navajo people for hundreds of miles in either direction, so why would skinwalkers show up in Ute land and terrorize the locals there? After the Ute people abused the Navajo several centuries ago, one belief proposes that the skinwalkers are there as a curse and a punishment because they are responsible for the mistreatment. The concept behind this statement is that the ground that everyone who steps foot on the ranch contaminates spiritually for all of eternity. There is, of course, very little evidence to support the claim that the strange occurrences at Skinwalker Ranch are due to the location having a portal between dimensions. But the idea has been proposed by some individuals who are more creative. Several people have asserted that they have witnessed brilliant orange and/or blue lights that flash in the night and that dominate the sky. It is believed that each one lasts around 10 seconds and may be seen from a height of about 1,000 feet. The key tenet of this hypothesis is that strange organisms and spaceships enter and exit the system through various connecting points, from one parallel universe or reality to another and back again. A plane of existence that is located next to ours but, for some reason, is only able to connect to ours extremely infrequently, and just in the night skies around a ranch in northeastern Utah. Be sure to subscribe for more interesting discoveries. It has been said that the titular ranch is frequently visited by a variety of supernatural phenomena, ranging from embodied voices and poltergeists to UFOs and the mutilation of cattle, as well as frequently more than one at the same time. The peculiar incidents that took place on the ranch have been the subject of several different scientific investigations, one of which was carried out by a top-secret program based in the Pentagon. What is less common knowledge is the assertion made by some investigators that the paranormal happenings follow them home. In an interview with Den of Geek, the mysterious owner of Skinwalker Ranch, Brandon Fugel, discussed the fact that events that take place at the establishment are not always kept a secret. In the state of Utah, Fugel is known as a successful businessman and real estate developer. It was at a bookstore in the neighborhood that he first became aware of the Skinwalker Ranch. They also investigated alleged paranormal occurrences by utilizing various technology, such as ground-penetrating radar, including ionizing radiation, dire wolves, UFOs, a human bone recovered in an airtight dungeon, and cattle mutilation. The UFO videos from the Pentagon are also broadcast quite regularly. On this week's episode, one of the guests is Linda Moulton Howe, shocking discovery researchers just made. Want to find out? Click on the next video now.